Justin Trudeau, Privy Council, MP, and the 23rd Prime Minister of Canada tells his cabinet he's going to remain as leader of the Liberal Party for the next federal election, ahead of Parliament returning on September 19th, and by then, the Conservatives will have a new leader elected on September 10th. Justin Trudeau became Prime Minister in 2015's federal election, beating Prime Minister Stephen Harper. Trudeau, who's 50 years old, is the eldest son of former Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau. He's the second youngest Prime Minister in Canadian history after Joe Clark, and he's also the first to be the child or relative of a former Prime Minister. In 2008 federal election, Justin Trudeau became elected to represent the riding of Papineau in the House of Commons. He was the Liberal Party's official opposition critic for youth and multiculturalism in 2009. In 2010, he became the critic for citizenship and immigration. In 2011, he was appointed as critic for secondary education and sport. Trudeau won the leadership of the Liberal Party in 2013 and led his party to victory in the 2015 federal election, going from the third-place party with 36 seats to 184 seats. It was the largest ever numerical increase by a party in the Canadian federal election. In his time as Prime Minister, Trudeau legalized recreational marijuana through the Cannabis Act. Senate appointment reform was established, and Trudeau introduced the federal carbon tax. In foreign policy, Trudeau's government negotiated trade deals such as the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement and the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, and signed the Paris Agreement on climate change. Trudeau also announced the assault-style weapon ban in response to the 2020 Nova Scotia attacks. In 2022, he invoked the Emergencies Act in response to the Freedom Convoy protests, the first time the act was brought into force since it was enacted in 1988. Prime Minister Trudeau was also sanctioned by Canada's Ethics Commissioner for violating conflict of interest rules regarding the Aga Khan scandal, and later again the SNC-Lavalin scandal. He was investigated for a third time by the Ethics Commissioner for his part in the We Charity scandal, but was cleared of wrongdoing. Trudeau has led the Liberals to consecutive minority governments in 2019 and 2021 federal elections, during which his government also responded to the COVID-19 pandemic. After 7 years as Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau says he's sticking around as leader for the next federal election. Perhaps he hopes to beat his father's time in office, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, who was the 15th Prime Minister of Canada from 1968 to 1979, and from 1980 to 1984 served 15 years and 164 days, making him Canada's third longest serving Prime Minister.